Because everybody I speak to says how horrible it is. Nobody explained to me how allowing millions of people from places unknown, from countries unknown, who don't speak languages. We have languages coming into our country. We have nobody that even speaks those languages. They're truly foreign languages. Nobody speaks them.
Hello and welcome to What the F*** Just Happened Today, your essential guide to the daily shock and awe in national politics. I'm Joe Amditis. Let's get to it. It's Thursday, February 29th, 2024. Welcome to day 1136. A state judge in Illinois ruled that Donald Trump engaged in insurrection and disqualified him from the state's primary ballot. Trump appealed the decision by Judge Tracy Porter to ban him for his role in the January 6th attack on the Capitol. This makes Illinois the third state where Trump has been disqualified under the 14th Amendment, which bars insurrectionists from running for office. Rulings in all three states have been stayed pending appeals, which means Trump will still be on the Republican ballot when Illinois holds its primary on March 19th. Meanwhile, a federal judge temporarily blocked a new Texas law that would allow state police to arrest, jail, and prosecute migrants who are suspected of illegally crossing the U.S. border. The law, Senate Bill 4, was set to take effect on March 5th, but U.S. District Judge David Ezra issued a preliminary injunction after the DOJ and the ACLU sued to stop the law from being enforced, arguing that it's unconstitutional and could lead to racial profiling. Judge Ezra wrote in his opinion that the federal government will suffer grave irreparable harm if the law takes effect because it could inspire other states to pass their own immigration laws, creating an inconsistent patchwork of immigration regulations. Texas appealed the ruling to the conservative 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. Moving on, the House of Representatives passed a temporary funding bill to avoid a partial government shutdown and extend federal funding for another week, sending the measure to the Senate, where it is expected to pass. This is the fourth time that Congress has been forced to pass a stopgap funding measure in order to avoid a shutdown, despite Biden and then Speaker Kevin McCarthy agreeing on a 2024 fiscal year budget last May. Far-right Republicans in the House, however, revolted against the bipartisan spending deal and ousted McCarthy instead. And finally, Israeli troops opened fire on a large crowd of Palestinians waiting for humanitarian aid, killing more than 112 people and injuring at least 750 others. The convoy was bringing food to shelters for Palestinian civilians. Israeli troops repeatedly opened fire as people pulled boxes of flour and canned goods off the trucks, causing the Palestinians in the area to hide. After the shooting stopped, people went back to the trucks and the soldiers opened fire again. Israel claimed the troops didn't open fire on a humanitarian convoy, but also said the crowd posed a threat to soldiers who responded to that threat with live fire. Israel did not clarify what that threat was. The incident comes after the UN warned that a quarter of Gaza's 2.3 million people face starvation. Joe Biden, meanwhile, acknowledged that the shooting complicates the negotiations in the hostage for ceasefire deal, saying, "Probably not by Monday, but I'm hopeful." Since the war began, Israel has killed at least 30,000 people, and 70,457 others have been injured. That's all for now. You can find the links and sources for all of these stories on the main website. And as always, visit whatthefjusthappenedtoday.com for the latest news and headlines. Until next time, I'm Joe Amditis.